Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video on the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look in a Palette 5-minute face on the go. I did get this in my beautylish box and I had a ton of comments about trying it out, seeing what the formula is like. So that is what I am doing today. I will have the beautylish lucky bag unboxing linked in the corner here. And if you are new to my channel, my name is London and I post videos just like this one and that one every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So getting into this is a $75 palette. This is the price of the lucky bag that I got. So first of all, Charlotte Tilbury is very sleek looking, very like old Hollywood, and I have not used it yet. This is what the inside of the palette looks like. There are 3 eyeshadow shades, 2 blush, 1 bronze, and 1 highlight. And I'm gonna be trying this out. I attempted to do a relatively natural face going on here. I want to get into everything and try this out. I am first going to be trying out the bronzer with my Morphe M105 brush. Clean it off really fast. I'm going to take the number 4 face bronze color. I don't know how pigmented this is. It does pick a ton up on the brush. I'm just gonna start further back. Okay, this is a really nice. I would say if you are any darker than me, that I feel like this might be a little bit of a troublesome palette because this is really light. It is a very natural and subtle bronzer. I am kind of building it up just to see. It has an interesting tone to it. I don't think I have any bronzers like this to where it's kind of like a taupe. It isn't really gray, but it's not, it's a bronzer, but it's not orange and it's not gray, if that makes sense. It's like a really good neutral light sculpting color. Now when I look at it in the pan, it does have a little bit of a sheen to it, but as I'm putting it on my face, it reminds me of the Hourglass powders, where when you look at the Hourglass powders, they do look shimmery, but once you put them on your face, they don't look like that anymore. I'm just gonna take another Morphe brush. This is the M106 brush. I'm just gonna bronze a little bit more because that brush I mainly use to get product on my face. Since this brush is a little bit less dense and more fluffy, it's a little bit easier to blend out the edges. And I'm gonna bronze my nose a little bit. I don't do a lot of really natural makeup look, so this is interesting. It's kind of a challenge for me. Now on for the cheek swish. I'm gonna put one on one side and one on the other side. So I'm gonna take the number 5 cheek swish on this side, and I'm gonna be taking my Morphe E4 brush. This has been my obsession with a blush brush. I don't think I've ever tried a blush brush this good. Yeah, that is a super natural blush. I feel like this would look really good on someone that's super fair. I'm not that incredibly fair. This is a very natural palette for me. Nothing is gonna be really like, oh, what is that? I'm gonna wipe the brush off. And this one looks a little bit more pink. It's the number 6 Cheek Pop. Yeah, this one is a little bit more pink, a little bit more rosy. This one goes really well with the bronzer. So if I wanted to do like a summery, quick, like a bronze face, but have a really subtle highlight, I think this would be a really nice duo right here. This one has a lot more pink in it. I can distinguish the bronzer from the blush really easily. I also feel like this one has a little bit more of a sheen to it. This one doesn't. Now for the highlighter. I'm going to be taking my Colourpop F5 brush with the number 7 face highlight. Now in the pan this looks super yellow, but I'm really eager to see what it looks like on my face because I have a more neutral skin tone with a little bit more yellow. Oh, that is pretty. I wouldn't say this is a super fine highlighter. I do prefer Like if I was looking for a natural highlight, I would choose the Hourglass highlighters over this one. Upon first glance, I can see the little glitter bit on my face. I mean, it is a really pretty highlight from afar, but up close I can see glitter on my face. I put a little bit on my forehead, a little bit on the Cupid's bow. So far so good though. I really like the bronzer and the blush. I think this looks pretty natural. I'm not a crazy blush person, so I do like this side where it looks like more of a bronze tan. That's definitely what this looks like. It looks like I just got a tan and this cheek is like on the edge of a sunburn. But now let's get into the eyes. I'm a little iffy on how I should do the eyes because there are 2 matte colors and 1 shimmer. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in. Okay, so first off, I want to take the #1 eye brightening, and I think I'm gonna put this on my brow bone. I'm gonna use the mirror here. I feel like that looks almost exactly like the highlighter. It's like a little bit more pinky. Looks very similar. I'll highlight my inner corner. And then I think what I want to do with these 2 shades is do what I normally do with my kind of eye shape. Not the eyeshadow look that they do traditionally nowadays, but more of what they did 60s, 70s. I'm going to take the #2 eye enhance shade, which is kind of that neutral brown color, and I'm gonna pack this on my eyelid, starting closer to my lash line, and I'm using kind of a fluffy brush because I don't really want this super pigmented yet, and I'm taking this directly in the actual crease of my eye. I don't really want it really high up. I also didn't put an extreme concealer over my eyes, so there is a little bit of veining popping through, but I wanted this to be more of a natural eyeshadow look. I will say I'm super impressed with the eyeshadow so far. There's no fallout, there's no kickback in the palette. If anything, the bronzer would have a little bit of kickback, but I blame it on that second brush that I use with the bronzer. It pretty much causes kickback on all of my bronzers just because of its shape. Alright, so I'm going to take the Morphe M506 brush out of the James Charles brush set, and I'm going to take the darkest #3 eyeshadow, which is like, it looks to be more of like a navy blue. Yep, that is a navy blue. And I'm just kind of roughly smudging this. So if I relax my eyes, you can see this crease right here along my lash line. And I'm just roughly smudging it around that area. And I'm following this along my eye shape. It might be a little bit different if you have a different eye shape. I also use this kind of technique with monolids, people with like extremely hooded eyes that don't want a lot of shimmer and don't really want to deal with having like the crease situation. So it looks like you have a whole bunch of eyeshadow on your lid, but in reality it's pretty much smoked out on your lash line. I will say these are really easy eyeshadows to blend. I'm pretty impressed with this blue shade so far. Since it is a darker navy blue, this is super easy to blend out and to make it look pretty seamless on the eyelid. Now I'm going to put that brush aside, and I'm going to take a pencil brush, Morphe M431. I'm going to take that taupey brown shade and just run it under my lash line on the outer corner. I'm going to take a Morphe M456 out of the Morphe James Charles brush set with that same shade, and I'm just going to go and smoke it out a little bit more and wing it out just a little bit. I want to kind of stick the wing more of a flat shape rather than sticking it really up high. I want to kind of draw it outward, and then going in with that dark blue shade, I'm gonna first intensify that outer corner there and then connect the bottom lash line and keeping this super messy and smoky. I really like that they included this bluish shade. I think if they would have done a dark brown, this would have been super boring in my opinion. But I think that since they included this really navy blue shade, that it really complements the palette and gives it more of that old 60s Hollywood glam. I'm gonna go back in with that pencil brush and that second eyeshadow shade and just lightly buffing out the edges over here, making it super smoky under my lash line. I think the eyes are where I want them. I'm gonna do a little bit of liner, mascara, and I will be right back. Alright, I just popped a little bit of mascara on and I completed this with the Charlotte Tilbury Bond Girl lipstick that I got out of my Sephora favorites Give Me More Lips set. I'll have that video linked up here. Now, I'm gonna go into some final thought. Is this palette worth $75? To me, I don't think this is worth $75. I do like everything, though I think I could find something similar that isn't so expensive. Now, who do I think this benefits the best? I think if there's someone that wears the same makeup every day, working class woman, wants something that looks really nice and natural but still has like a, oh, what's that kind of look to their skin, I definitely think this palette would benefit those types of people that aren't really big into colors, that want something super easy, maybe like a go-to travel palette, go-to work palette, like get up in the morning, you have your foundation, concealer, powder, and then you have this palette. I do really like the look that I came up with. I do really like the bronzer. I'm not super impressed with the blush just because I'm personally not a blush person. I don't know. I might have to try some other stuff out. I did really like the formula of this. Again, I think this blue blended out super well. I do really like how smoky this looks. Sultry. I like how the blush and bronzer and highlight mixed all together. I think this all mixes very seamlessly, easy to blend. But I'm a little torn on this. Let me know what you guys think down below. I also have my giveaway ending on February 2nd. So if you haven't entered already, I'll have the link down below and the video up here. But definitely let me know what you guys think. I will be coming out with some more videos, trying out some new products that I have gotten out of my Allure box, my Allure Beauty Mystery Sample Bag, and the beautylish box. So stay tuned to those videos. Let me know what you think about this palette. Would you buy this palette for $75? I'd really like to know that. Out of the over 500 of you guys now, let me know who would actually buy this palette. Who would walk into Sephora or Nordstrom's, look at this palette, say, wow, I really need that in my life. $75, done. I'm just curious. But with that all being said, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.